Why gay marriage should be legal. Society has various controversial issues that affect people's perceptions about others. The need to follow traditional and religious teachings has pushed people to develop negative perceptions regarding practices that are not promoted by their beliefs. Modernization has cultivated fertile grounds for polluting cultural practices, and some people attribute this to the need to transform traditions and replace them with Western cultures. States should legalize gay marriages and stop condemning their members. Homosexuality is a practice that brings together members of the same sex, and this can be categorized into gay and lesbian relationships. Gays are men who have sexual relations with members of their sex. Therefore, same-sex marriages may involve men or women, but it is necessary to explain that it is formed by members of the same sex. Religious groups and social activists condemn gay marriage and present various reasons to show that homosexuality should not be encouraged in modern societies. Human relations are important in shaping personalities and other aspects of society. Therefore, gay marriages should be allowed due to the following reasons. First, anti-gay crusaders have the right to hold divergent opinions about those who support same-sex marriages. This is their constitutional right, and nobody can deny them the freedom to protest. They have the right to condemn gay marriages because they support heterosexual relationships. This is just one of the many opinions that people have about various issues in society. Therefore, gay marriages should not be discouraged just because some people have different opinions about them. Presidents are elected by the majority and not total votes. Therefore, the presence of opposition does not mean that an issue should be criminalized. Similarly, gays can discourage people from establishing heterosexual relationships, but this does not mean that their opinions should be accepted and followed by everybody. Therefore, gays should be allowed to marry despite the presence of protests from religious and social activists. Homosexuality does not hurt anybody because it is a relationship based on mutual agreement between mature people. Gay marriages should be encouraged because nobody gets hurt in these relationships. People believe that same-sex marriages are bad and ignore the challenges facing heterosexual relations. The challenges facing marriages are almost similar, and this puts gay and heterosexual relations at the same level when it comes to conflicts. All relationships are equal, and members are responsible for ensuring they solve conflicts to strengthen their relations. Healthy relationships are based on understanding between their members, and there is no superior or inferior marriage. Therefore, gay marriage should be legalized. Legalizing same-sex marriages will protect the rights of parents, siblings, and relatives of gays. Most people forget that family members are usually affected when one of them is singled out for bad reasons by society. People should understand that an individual is part of a family, and what affects the person's life will have adverse effects on other members. Therefore, it is important to legalize same-sex marriages to ensure all members of a family feel they have social security, which is important in promoting their dignity. A family member should not be excluded from others because of his or her relationships with other people. Homosexuals are human beings, and thus, they have the right to choose their friends and marriage partners. The right to associate with the public and share ideas is a fundamental provision in the American Constitution. Gays should be allowed to marry to ensure their desires are fulfilled. There is a need to ensure that people are not denied their freedom of association and expression by allowing gays to marry. It is not fair to allow members of opposite sexes to marry and deny gays the right to establish and enjoy their relationships. Laws are established to ensure people are equal and get justice from institutions. Therefore, gay marriages should be legalized. Anti-gay sentiments are social constructs that do not explain the biological or physical impacts of gays on society. Sociologists argue that social order is restored when there is conflict in society. Victims and perpetrators must make agreements that will allow them to respect each other and live together. Gays advance their needs and seek recognition by expressing their desires and requesting legal support from their governments. Nobody should deny them their right to a fair hearing, and thus there is the need to ensure there is no interference in their affairs. The desire to have children is not the only reason that motivates people to get married. Marriages offer companionship and emotional satisfaction to members. Religious activists argue that gay marriages violate biblical teachings that require people to get married to members of the opposite sex and reproduce. However, they forget that not all families have children because it is not compulsory to reproduce when people get married. Therefore, gay marriages should be encouraged because they offer members emotional satisfaction. Gay marriages are a reality, and there is no need for people to pretend that it does not exist. California is the latest state to legalize gay marriage, and this means that people understand the need to respect the rights of others. Criminal proceedings on gay marriages will not discourage people from homosexuality. Therefore, they should learn and accept the reality that gay marriages are present in society and that nothing will stop those who are ready to enter into these relations. Homosexuality will reduce the number of abandoned children and promote the adoption of orphans. The world is facing serious challenges in taking care of orphans and children from poor backgrounds. Drought, HIV and AIDS, diabetes, and blood pressure have led to the deaths of most parents, and this has left their children without guardians. In addition, the cost of living has increased and forced single parents to abandon their children on the streets. Gay marriages will increase the number of foster parents, and this will reduce infant mortality in developing nations. Gay marriages will reduce teen suicide and stress because it helps them to understand that they are not outcasts in society. Nations should legalize these marriages to encourage teenagers who have sexual attraction to members of their sexes to feel that they are part of society. There is a need to encourage them to declare their sexual preferences so that they can live without fear of discrimination. This will reduce health risks like depression and dependency on drugs. Legalizing gay marriages will ensure that society accommodates different personalities, encourages civilization, and promotes equality among members. In addition, it will improve the quality of other forms of marriage and protect the rights of children. Therefore, gay marriage should be legalized to stop the unnecessary debate about its suitability in modern society. Nobody should be criticized for choosing a marriage partner of his or her sex.